for our growing collection. Here comes the fall. Here comes the fall. Here comes the fall. Here comes the fall. So it is November 9th. It's a Tuesday. My car is getting its oil changed. And I am sitting on this beautiful Adirondack chair in a beautiful park, pretty much in downtown Canton, New York, so that you hear the traffic behind me. And I don't know what to do. There are so many things I want to do, and I only seem to have so much energy to do some of the things I want to do, and there only seems to be a certain amount of time to do some of the things I want to do. And that is the challenge of a finite life. I've been thinking deeply lately about, is the farming a distraction from the music? Because there's so many things that I have to do that I haven't done but I'm getting done. Transplanting Swiss chard and getting apples for the pigs and getting ready to move the pigs and blah, 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 all this different list, all these different things on the list, all these things on the list. And the weather's beautiful, and so I want to be outside, and it's all good, and I'm getting exercise, and it's all good. And then there's this little nagging voice that's like, well, you didn't record anything new today. You didn't practice. You didn't write the new song. I've got, 20 new songs that are sitting in my phone, ideas that I captured, but the time isn't right. And that's why I have to personally go back to gardening theory over and over again, because there's a time for everything under heaven, right? That's not gardening theory, that's Ecclesiastes. To everything, turn, turn, turn. And it's a powerful idea and a message that there's a time for everything. My basic anxiety personality tends to fret, tends to be hypercritical of myself. And we want to be, as Marcus Aurelius said, we want to be strict with ourselves and tolerant of others. But there's a difference between being disciplined and strict with yourself and being hypercritical or not giving yourself a chance to rest and recover. So there's always a balance, because am I being lazy or do I need a fucking break, right? Those are real questions. And by considering them, it's part of the waking up process. And I want to be awake to whatever life I have left. And a couple of different places have popped up this week that when we are young, we are rich in time, and that no 20-year-old would trade places with Warren Buffett to get his wealth, but to have in your 90s maybe 10 years left, like, would you really trade a potential lifetime for only 10 years of being wealthy? Somebody might, I don't know. But we have limited time. This is a limited time engagement. My pigs have a month left. The two that I'm going to put in the freezer, they have a month left. And it's going to be a great month. They have had a great life. I don't know how much time I have left, and I want to have a great life too. I want to live to the fullest of my capacity every single day. I want to be doing the things that I came here to be doing, not things that I feel like I am supposed to be doing. And when I evaluate it, doing the gardening and the farming, it takes time and it's a lot of work, but it's exercise where I'm getting something done and I'm growing the best food on the planet. I am literally growing the healthiest food I could possibly eat. And that supports my music, right? Getting exercise and getting out in the fresh air and moving my body, that supports my music. So that when there's a rainy day, when it's too cold to hang out, when most of the other stuff is done that has to be done, there's time, then I take that time. I grab that time and I use it to the best of my ability. And that may mean, like today, I got up at 4:30 and I did a mix. When the day was fresh, I did that first, and then I did some other things that needed to be done. So I've already worked, 3 hours by the time I have to interrupt that and come and get my oil changed. Now, I could change my oil, but while my oil is being changed by somebody who really knows what they're doing and has, the resources to get rid of the waste oil, I'm making a video. I've taken a wonderful walk. I've taken time for me to get quiet, to think deeply. And if you're an entrepreneur, an agro-entrepreneur, a musician entrepreneur, an artist entrepreneur, any kind of entrepreneur, and you're starting something, if you're just busy all the time, if you're working in your business all the time without reflecting, you are shooting yourself in the foot. And the whole process of coming up with ideas and then taking action on them, it takes time to take action, and you can't take action on everything. So thinking deeply helps you to go, okay, or let me put that another way. Thinking deeply helps me to say, okay, today I'm going to do these 3 things. Those are the things that really need to be done today, and everything else is going to have to wait till tomorrow. And I don't often get much done in the evenings, and that's not always wasted time. Sometimes I'm learning something or just resting. And if I've had a really physically intense day, which again is part of my exercise plan, is to push myself physically sometimes, but intelligently and not too much, because I am 60 and I need to take care of my body, to push it just the right amount, to gently push it so that it continues to stay strong, but that I don't overstress it, right? And that's true with everything. But to live as if, I don't have much time left. I don't know how much time I have left. If I knew I was going to die tomorrow, what would I do today? Well, the pigs would still need to have food, right? I would need to take care of them so that they'd be okay. And then I might take the footage that I got this morning and just improvise something on the piano or on the harmonica and leave the world with what I saw today and what I'm hearing in my heart, and to send out the thought to future people who might watch this someday that life is challenging, but we're alive, and it is a huge gift. It's a miracle just to be here. It's a miracle no matter how long we get to stay. And eventually we go home. Eventually we all go home. Every plant, every animal, every bird, every fish, every person, we all return to wherever it is that we came from. What is life? What is this thing called awareness? Nobody really knows, and if somebody says they know, then they're a bullshitter. but it's up to you to discover what it is for you. I've been given this gift of music that has tortured me all my life. All my life. I have tried to get this music out all my life. It has hurt. It has hurt to not be able to make a living doing this music that I was given. And so eventually, after 50 or so years of banging your head on a wall, you go, okay, maybe I need to stop trying to make a living at it. And maybe I find a way to support myself that I enjoy doing, that keeps me fit, that gives me really good food, that helps me to connect with other people on a deep level. Because the people that would appreciate my pork are the same people who might appreciate my music, to know that I've thought deeply about the animal that I've raised and how I've raised it, and that as much as is possible in the real world, that pig had a great life, and that the meat from that pig is going to be some of the best, most delicious meat you have ever eaten. And that pig will become part of you, part of me. And that's sacred. That's not done lightly. That's not in a factory. It's in the sacred, natural environment of the pig. And I am preserving those pigs' genetic code for the future. And it's an agreement that we made a long time ago, before we even came into the flesh, into the body. We are all spirit. We are waves upon the sea of awareness. And that's why it's important to not be too busy in your life, and to really evaluate what is essential and what is not. And it's time to go get my car, go to the bank, head home, and get some more stuff done. Peace, grooviness, over and out.
Wild mist down the river.